So when did y'all go to Vegas?
October 1st, 2017.
And he's on stage and you got 9 chiefs that you're having to deal with. And
we're into about 6 songs. And the 7th, when she said baby, is when it started. Stage manager comes to me and says, hey man, are there some fireworks that we don't, going on that we don't know about? And at this point, I'm kind of unpinning to hear like, what's going on? And one of the guys, no, it's just fireworks. And then that's when a third burst and it came across the stage. And I heard it. Ting, ting, ting.
So when did y'all go to Vegas?
October 1st, 2017.
And he's on stage and you got 9 chiefs that you're having to deal with. And
like Jake Owen was the act before him. And we're into about 6 songs. And the 7th, when she said baby, is when it started. So, yeah.
And you're up on stage.
Yeah, I'm literally behind the blow-through screen. Mm-hmm. And there's a deck that's, where you can kind of run gear where nobody sees it out of sight. And then, behind that is the trucks lined up. So I'm walking behind that, and I keep an earpiece in once, to calm the things. We all run to one channel.
Is it, you got like, y'all are all on one channel, all the crew?
At that time, we go to a show channel, and that's all communication. It's super quiet because if something comes across that channel, something's up, right? And, every department obviously, has their own respective channel. And if there's an issue internally, then they will roll over to that said channel, deal with it, and go back. But yeah, during the show, it's show channel.
All right.
So, the first 3 pops, pop. And there was some chatter came across. Stage manager comes to me and says, hey man, are there some fireworks that we don't, going on that we don't know about? And I'm negative. And then one of the other guys chimes in, and at this point, I'm kind of unpinning to hear like, what's going on? And one of the guys, no, it's just fireworks. And then that's when a third burst and it came across the stage. And I heard it. Ting, ting, ting.
It's hitting.
Oh yeah, it came across the stage. The third round came across the front of the stage. Like ting, ting, ting. Like I could hear it coming through. It went kind of that stage left behind the video wall. So I could hear it hitting the truss and going pop, pop, pop. And that's by the second burst, Jason knew something was up because he was kind of turning, looking, and his security guy was over there, and the security guy had kind of stepped up behind where his position was. And then that third round, when it started, I hit the code if I could dump it. Then it was kind of a barrage. It's like, okay. Then that was when that chatter is like, okay. Then by the second round, it's like I knew something was up, and
what
that would have been the third burst.
In your head. Like when I
heard it hitting, well, it needs to be said the entire time we had no idea where it was coming from. We just knew it was that way.
Mm-hmm.
And we had no idea it was from an elevated, but I didn't know it was from an elevated position until 20 minutes later in the mass chaos. And I'll tell you the story, and this will make a lot more sense. You know what? Let's take a little break real quick.
All right.
Because it's you need to hear the story, and it'll make a lot more sense, and you'll understand why I can't discuss a few things.
Well, you don't have to discuss whatever you don't want to.
No. You need to hear the story just to kind of get the mentality. So I don't want to be vague here, and I don't want to dodge any of these questions because it's important to put it out there. But the heaviness of this, not on me, not on everything else, is like there were so many tragedies that happened that night. You know, 58 people died that night, and 2 have since died. I think one died in 2019 and another one in 2020. So that's 60, and 890 wounded. 890, buddy. So
how many of them did you personally know that got wounded?
Buddy.
Weren't there people in the crews? And
Man, look, I was the only one shot in my crew, and I got hit in the back. For the most part, backstage, there wasn't really anyone that, close. Not that makes it any better.
No, of course not.
Where
did you get hit?
In the back. Right there. I'll let you feel it. It's still in there. It's a fragment. It's working its way out.
It'll get there.
Yeah.
Like all of it.
Yeah, that'll just get more back fat and it'll just keep running back in there.
Sport eating.
Exactly. So, but it's a lot. I don't know, hit pause or something just for a little bit. And it's not that I need to get in any kind of space with it. It's just, I think for you need to be informed to where you know where to kind of lead the questions, because I can very easily talk about this with you.
Yeah.
And I can very easily keep going into these things, but it will fulfill a lot of like, now I get it. Let's go take a bio break.
This interview's over, sir.
Stepping out. Read my contract.
Show's over.
No craft service.
No.